So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball. This is a promising build-up. And he was alert to it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Mohamed Salah. It's Salah! Ibrahimovic is flagged offside. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
And here's Seedorf. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's been cut out, well played. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Nedved. Nedved with the delivery. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Oh, Red, nice interception. Chance here to counter. Takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Mohamed Salah going forward. He's having a pop! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets. And there is your opener. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Brazil are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now it's Hullet. Strokes it back. Pepe deals with that comfortably.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Thinks about the shot. Tries a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Pele receives it in a good position here. Seedorf. Tries one from range! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bergamy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Terrific effort! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, that's well spotted. Maldini. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. That has been cut short. Now he's got space here. Can he get on the end of this? Shoots! And that's That's a good finish. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Brazil restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Tries to play it through. So what can they make of this? He's got away. Oh, that was vital.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's the bullet! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Costa Curta. Azar. And the counter is on. And it's Hullet. Nedved. Azar gets across and deals with it. He's a sharp little ball here. And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de
So once again, we're underway.
Dirija-se ao centro de
Brazil are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And here's Nedved. And here's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Hullet. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chance for a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Brazil have their third corner. Vieira. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Hazard.
That's good play from him.
Aimed beyond the defence. Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
He's had it taken off him. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. Costa Curta. Now it's Pelé. Passing nice and neat. Seedorf. He's having a shot! It's Bergomi. And it's Seedorf. Now it's Pele. Some really good ball movement. And here's Nedved. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Brazil! And the comeback is complete. That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa
Now the manager
6.
can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Camisa
Brazil
20.
have their lead.
Camisa
Well, they've
8.
done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Para a entrada de
Maldini.
camisa 33.
Some intricate
Camisa
passing, looking to
26.
progress the ball.
Neymar.
Pedri.
Camisa 18. Camisa
It's
7.
run loose here.
Camisa 99.
Stood up well to him there.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Vieira. And it's Vieira. And it's Griezmann. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Knocks it into space. Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Maldini. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's Rudiger. And it's Griezmann. Great vision. And this is Puskás. It is a corner, good chance. Corner number 4 coming up here.
Teremos uma substituição.
And the shot! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Camisa 22.
Brazil now in a position far more desirable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time to...
Oh, great chance! And Puskás! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
I could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
They're up to 5 corners now. Pepe is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's fabulous. Pull it. Flashes it across. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. Shevchenko. Heading backwards. It's a pretty loose pass. Rudiger. To Bergamy. Maldini. And it's Shevchenko. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar. Spread neatly. He is just caressing the ball. Ball swung in. That's an excellent interception. Ødegaard gets a foot in here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's there to belt it away. Time added on 4 minutes.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Puskás ventures forward. And it's Griezmann. Ups for safety. Vieira. And time is up. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got...